Not exactly Indiana Jones searching for the Holy Grail, but a Battle Creek, Iowa couple are digging up a treasure trove of history in an old city dump. More than 100,000 items at last count.
These determined diggers have a massive and unique collection that's filled numerous buildings so far. And as you'll see in the story of hometown history from Battle Creek.
Look at that.
Oh.
Newspapers.
Print that survived being buried for years is just one of the finds made this day by Dennis and Barb Laughlin.
Wow. We're going to have to check this out later.
They bought the old Battle Creek dump that goes back to the late 1800s after discovering it was buried near their home.
The government flew the entire state and photographed the entire state in the late 30s. And this is that picture. The dump shows up as this white area. If you want to know what your house looked like back in 1938-39, you can do that.
Dennis Laughlin began picking up rocks and bones along the river as a youngster. Unlike other treasure hunters, the Laughlins have held on to all but the scrap iron they sell.
At no time did we ever have an idea of what was there.
4 buildings worth.
We've cataloged about 108,000 pieces total since the beginning of the project. A lot of bottles, crockery, doll parts. Really some stupid stuff too. Chicken eggs, light bulbs you would not expect to find surviving in a dump. We have over 500. We have a lot of radioactive glass. It had uranium salts in it. It's really low dose.
And the Laughlins have found soda bottles from Sioux City's Chesterman and Lane, later just Chesterman Bottling.
And it should be previous to 1912. Well, the glass is about a ½ inch thick. You know, they were pressurized.
Sometimes the couple turns to the internet or even experts to know what they've dug up.
If you were like an 85-year-old farmer, you would know what piece of equipment that came off of or what kind of car, and we don't.
Okay, this is a Mrs. Stewart's bluing bottle. Really rather common.
But is there a holy grail of finds?
It's like asking what's your favorite kid. Old insulator. And I'm pretty confident we have not dug this one before.
After years in dumps and even putting back together animal bones for display, Dennis says his days digging may be near an end.
I'm thinking next year we'll probably quit.
Next year's time to retire.
Yep, maybe. You get yours out?
Well, that one.
Oh.
Now, I like the way Dennis says maybe. Now, perhaps the most unusual discovery the couple has made is a human leg that had been amputated. You've got to remember that back in those earlier years, the disposal of medical waste wasn't quite as regulated as it is today.